Hey guys, welcome back. This is part two in my back planning series, and we're gonna kiki a bit about, what's been going down in the planner community. So before we start clucking like a bunch of little hens, let me give you some information about this kit I'm about to use. This monthly kit is by Beautiful Planning. It is her June Good Vibes kit, and I'm going to use it for both my monthly calendar and also the notes page in the front. I actually had to print this off. I would say twice, but one of the sheets stopped halfway printing. Like my printer just stopped. I don't know. So that one, I'm actually going to use some of those stickers for the notes page on the page before. But anyway, so hey, how you guys doing? How's it been going? Because I swear to you, during my period of all the sticky notes everywhere, where it was just my planning style. What's your planning style for the past month? Sticky notes. A lot of just weird things went down in the planner community, over various subjects, and a lot of it I don't understand why. I don't understand why there must be drama in every sort of niche community there is. I mean, I understand that, there's thousands of people that are part of these communities. Everybody has a different personality, socioeconomic status, yada yada yada. But gee whiz, it's paper and pens and tape and stickers. I don't know. But anyways, so Happy Planner released, I believe this is their first collaboration with an outside artist by the name of, I'm absolutely sure I'm going to butcher this, and I am sorry, sweetie. Rongrong DeVoe. And she is a prominent fashion and beauty illustrator. She's worked with some really big, high fashion names, including Chanel and Dior, Neiman Marcus. She's been in Vogue. She's been in Forbes. She's been in InStyle. She is doing really well for herself as a fashion illustrator. And Happy Planner collaborated with her to create, planners and accessories, all the Happy Planner stuff and stickers and things like that. And one of the things that I loved about this collaboration, even though I don't use Happy Planner, but I loved about this collaboration is, as a woman of color and a woman who's also not shaped, I'm not made thin. I was never made thin. I'm shaped like a refrigerator. There are no curves. Is the diverse looks of women that were a part of that collaboration. I loved that they had plus size women, smaller women, brown women of all different shades and ethnicities. I loved that. I thought that was great. But as it turns out, as with anything, I believe it wasn't certain people's cup of tea. And I get that. Not everybody's into fashion illustration or high fashion. But the way it was portrayed, it seemed more like it wasn't their cup of, because maybe there were too many women of color. It just seemed really microaggressive. That's the best way I can put it. It seemed microaggressive the way that people were attacking this collection. And when I say people, I'm just using this for a certain, group of people. It wasn't everyone in general. For the most part, anytime Happy Planner releases something, everyone just, yays and throws excitement all over it and posts pictures before the release of what they want all over their social media accounts. But it just seems like when it was released, at least on the Facebook, that this small minority group of people just kept posting over and over how they didn't like it, how they didn't like it, how they didn't like it, how they didn't like it. But they wouldn't be specific about what they didn't like about it. So when, some of the people were responding to the comments of, well, I don't like this, this is not my whatever, what they didn't like about it, they really wouldn't be specific about it. And so when people confronted them, well, is it because, it has you know, women of color or bigger girls, or what is it? Like, what don't you like about it? Not in a way where they're trying to convince them to like it. They were just curious to know. And it just led to a whole like explosion of what is it? Twitter fingers, but it's not on Twitter. It's on Facebook. I don't know what to call it, but but it led to a whole bunch of drama and women of color getting kicked out of groups and group what are those moderators getting kicked off for being racist. It was ridiculous. Like, Lord, we're adults. Like, here's my thing. If you don't like something that's released, don't shit on anybody else for loving that release. Just scroll on by. It ain't that serious, folks. Like, for real. I feel like with social media, everybody wants their opinion to be known. Just scroll by. Keep going. You got a life, right? Then live it. So let me switch gears real quick and tell you what I'm using here for this spread. For this spread, I'm using one of the Wontonamillion sticker books from Michaels. I actually had to get that while I was on vacation because my Michaels is the worst, and they don't carry any of those special like Wontonamillion, Sticker Shine Studio, and there's a Sweet Kawaii Designs. Like, they don't carry those at my Michaels. So when I went to vacation and went to the Michaels where I went, they had it, so I snagged them. So this is what I'm using for this spread, along with some washi I got from Michaels. No, I think this is a Hobby Lobby set to complement it and give me some header space. So yeah. So what were we talking about? We talked about wrong shady Facebook groups. Let's move on to some Simply Gilded like drama, shall we? Let's kiki about that. So I guess so she posted, the shop owner posted pictures of what the washi would look like, I guess, for their May sub box, and posted pictures of the washi after it came in. And so the first bout of dramage is the fact that one of the colors looked nothing like the actual washi, looked nothing like the photo of the washi. I guess in the photo it's supposed to be yellow, like this really bright yellow. It seemed to be bumblebee themed. But what actually came out was, to me anyway, is more of a peach. It's not yellow. Peach and yellow, completely different. So some people were disappointed in that, and other people who are like, stands are like, oh, this is fine, this is great. Whatever, it's your choice, it's your money. If you want to accept that's your prerogative. But if you post something as a shop owner, in my mind, if you post something, how something's going to look, and you get something and it's completely different, and you still try and sell it like it looked like you originally designed it to be, like, that's no bueno. That's no bueno. Like, yeah. So there was that first bout. And then the second bout of dramage that happened within that little spectrum, whatever, with that company, is the fact that apparently they accidentally double shipped orders, and in some convoluted way, like using the same shipping label. They use the same shipping label for the orders that were shipped twice. I don't even know how that's possible. And but somehow, some way, they sent out double orders using the same shipping label, then blamed UPS, then blamed the post office for not catching the fact that they used the same shipping label for this same order, and then told the people who received the double orders to ship the extra orders back at their own expense. So there's so many things that are wrong with that. Like, in that situation, if I were the shop owner, I would take the L and just either I would take the L and refund the people who already paid for their order and they're missing it, or or at least, at the very least, send out shipping labels to the people you know that got double shipped. If you know for a fact who got double shipped, then you send them a shipping label to ask them to ship it back to you. Because at that point, it doesn't belong to you. It's theirs. That's your error, not the customer's error. So, and if they choose to send it back after you send them the label, great. If they don't, then that's when you take the L and you figure out a situation that will appease the customers that are missing parts of their order. Not blame everybody else except for you, the owner, who is responsible for fulfilling the orders in which you've already received monies. What I found even more ridiculous about this situation are the hardcore stands for shops. In this situation, guilt tripping, like trying to guilt trip people who receive double orders and saying what a horrible person that they are if they keep those orders, even though it's not their fault in the first place. Instead of holding the shop owner who already has these people's monies, like instead of holding them responsible, they're holding the customer responsible. When to me, that's completely ass backwards. The shop owner made the mistake, not the customer. It is up to the shop owner to fix it. It is not up to the rabid stands of said shop to guilt trip people and make them feel like trash for the owner's mistake. I'm just saying, we're adults. And it does not make a customer disloyal to a particular shop or a particular brand if they raise concerns and try and hold the shop owners responsible for their mistakes, for their errors, because how else are they supposed to learn? How else are they supposed to grow in a positive way if all they hear is rainbow and sunshine? Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? And don't use your customers to fight your battles for you, like your loyalist customers. Just woman up and fix it. That's it, really. Just accept it, take the L, and fix it. I don't think people understand how, when they cape for certain, companies, big or small, how unappealing it looks to a new customer to see them all caping and causing ridiculously unnecessary drama, just adding to the pile. That's just, no, honey. No. We're going to switch gears again so I can tell you what the name of this kit is and who I bought it from. This is a kit from Design Sticker Store. It's another Etsy shop. And the name of this kit is Boho Style. See, I did not realize that my new favorite color was pink until I looked at my spreads in my Erin Condren, because pink is just not really in my life. Ah, dang it, I lied. I do have some blush pink for my decor. So for this next spread, I'm going to bust out another sticker book from Michaels. This is one of the ones from Sticker Shine Studio, and it is another bold color story that I would not normally go for. It's a lot of halo going on in there, and sparkly and pink and rainbowy. I really wish I brought an extra one for Baby Planner Nerd, because I really didn't give it a good look through when I was in the store, because I was in a hurry. So but once I was actually going through it for this spread, I realized this would have been perfect for Baby Planner Nerd. But considering that this was a break week that also coincided with a vacation week for us, I didn't really put anything down anyway. There was no planning or prepping for homeschool or anything. We actually went to Six Flags with family, and that was interesting. I don't do roller coasters. I'm not, I need Dramamine if I'm in the passenger seat of a car because I get car sick because, I'm old. So roller coasters are not my jam, but we went for the kids, and as long as they had a blast, I really didn't care. But during that trip, it also made me see why I don't live like near, like super close to my family. Like, I love you, but from a distance. Like, we can only take each other in small doses, and I think that's kind of family in general. But yeah, it was an experience. Our hotel motel, that was an experience. Yeah, the whole thing, it was just an experience. But as long as the kids had fun, like, that's all that mattered. Baby Planet Nerd had a blast. She went on all the crazy roller coasters that did flips and tumbles, and I'm just like, no ma'am, you can go right ahead without me. Because I choose life, all the life. But yeah, for this spread, nothing was really put on it because we weren't even in town. We weren't even home. So she gets to keep the rest of the sticker book. Lucky her, right? One of the things I noticed when using the sticker book is that it did not have enough washi sheets to cover both pages. And I know that these sticker shops that Michaels collaborates with for these sticker books, they're creating stickers for the Michaels planner, which is the Recollections brand. And that's cool because basically the Recollections planner is a dupe for an Erin Condren. But I had to scrounge around and see if I can find that Halo washi I use so I can, they can look even on both sides. I don't know, like, maybe it was an oversight that they didn't have enough, but whatever, it's still cute and reflective. So, okay, we've talked about quite a few things when it comes to the gossip in the planner community, so I guess we can move on to a brand that's not new to planner gossip, and that would be Erin Condren. So a lot of things have happened and actually are still happening as I'm recording this, relating to products that are being released and sold. And I mean, originally with the previews of the new Erin Condren stuff with the binder, there was like drama over the binder because it has this weird 8 ring configuration that doesn't make it compatible with anything. They don't carry a punch for it. So if you wanted to add pages to it, you'd have to, physically punch them individually, which I guess isn't that big of a deal considering some people do that anyway with their standard six ring planners. But it's still kind of a hassle, especially considering it's still the sheets inside of the planner system is 7x9. It's not a typical page size, so you'd have to trim down the page and then add the rings. But I guess you'd have to do that anyway if you print your own inserts. So I didn't see the big deal about that. It's just a weird configuration to not include a punch yet. I mean, she mentioned that she may introduce a punch in the future, but as of right now, there is no plans for a punch. And one of the things that I do pretty often is stock buy sell trade pages because I always look for a bargain. And some people were one person in particular was selling their binder, or they're trying to sell their binder, and they took a picture of it, and it was a navy binder, and it looked really furry. So what that tells me is that the binder on the outside is a fabric, and it collects all the lint. And she was trying to sell it, but it looked like a cat rolled on it. So I don't know if anybody actually bought it or not, but it does not look appealing. So if you get one of those binders, because I'm considering getting one of those binders, so I know if I try and get one of those binders, I have to keep it away from my pup because it collects all the things. Very recently, they released their own little tote bag, which, to be honest, I am not a fan of because it's too long of a tote to have a strap on it, and it looks it just looks weird when it's on, and no matter how long or short you make the strap, it looks like no matter what I do, where I put it, it's going to slap my thigh when I walk. And I know how that felt from being in college and having messenger bags, and that's not my jam. That's not my kink. So I'm going to pass on that. But someone actually, well, I saw that someone actually bought one of the totes, one of the leather totes, and they received it, and it was cracked and peeling. And apparently they found out that sales on the totes were non-refundable. So she's stuck with this bag of lower quality, like upon receiving it. So I'm really hoping that she gets that resolved, because there was no way that I would accept a leather bag that's peeling and crinkled, like physically crinkled. It looked like someone, like what paper looks like after you crumble it and open it back up again. It was a mess. So I'm really hoping that she gets her money back, because quality is a no. And I know Erin Condren usually has quality control issues, and it's not the majority. It's not as huge as it used to be. And I expect mistakes to happen, especially when you're mass producing semi-custom like items. But yeah, like it's over $100 for the leather totes, I think. Yeah, for that much, it needs to be perfect. All right, so we've reached the last spread in this catch-up series. This sticker kit is another one from Design Sticker Store, and it goes by the name of Summer Chill, which I thought was really fitting for the first week. Well, it's not the full week, but of summer. Although, side note, it's scheduled to be rainy all week this week for us, so doesn't feel like summer, but technically it's summer. But if you're living in the Midwest like I am, we're drowning. We're in rainforest territory right now. But yeah, I can dream of the beach, right? So that is the final spread and the final look. So let's do a really quick flip of all the spreads in this catch-up. It's like almost 2 months worth. Goodness gracious. I'm never gonna get backed out like this again. Is it backed out? Backed up? Whatever. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. Thank you guys so much for chatting with me. Until next time, bye.